It all started when Jessica moved into her new home in a quiet neighborhood on the outskirts of Boston. She had just gone through a rough divorce and was eager to start fresh. The house was perfect, affordable, quaint, and seemingly untouched since the 70s. A small attic door was tucked away behind a hallway closet, but the realtor said it was just for insulation access and nothing to worry about. At first, everything seemed normal. Jessica settled in, decorated the place with thrifted furniture, and began enjoying her independence. But about a week after moving in, she began to hear things. At night, there were faint footsteps, not on the floor below, but above her, directly above her bedroom ceiling. She brushed it off, probably just old wood creaking or squirrels in the attic. But the sounds got louder, more deliberate, like someone slowly pacing, sometimes dragging. One night, at 2:13 a.m., she was jolted awake by a sudden, loud thud right above her bed. Her dog, Scout, began barking furiously, facing the ceiling, growling with hackles raised. Jessica grabbed a flashlight, trembling as she opened the hallway closet. The attic door was slightly ajar. She was sure she'd never opened it. Heart pounding, she reached up and tugged the string. The wooden ladder creaked down, revealing a gaping black void above. She climbed halfway up, flashlight trembling in her hand, and peered into the attic. Dust and cobwebs swirled. Nothing, just insulation, a few old boxes, and a rusty tricycle. Still, she couldn't shake the feeling that she was being watched. Jessica tried to rationalize the experience. Maybe the attic door hadn't been shut properly when she moved in. Maybe she was just on edge, still adjusting to living alone. But that didn't explain the things that started to go missing. Her keys, which she always left on the kitchen counter, were found inside the fridge. Her phone ended up under the couch, deep, where she had to move the entire thing to retrieve it. Once, her toothbrush was sitting in the sink, full of dirt. She began locking her bedroom door at night, but then the dreams started. Dark dreams, always the same. She's lying in bed, unable to move, while something crawls down from the attic. Not fast, not animal-like. A person, barely clothed, long hair covering its face, limbs jerking with unnatural motion. It would stand over her, breathing heavily, reeking of rot and mildew. She'd wake up in a cold sweat, Scout whimpering beside her. Eventually, she installed a cheap motion sensor camera in the hallway, pointed directly at the attic door. The next morning, she reviewed the footage. At 2:12 a.m., the attic door creaked open on its own. No wind, no string pulled. Then, a hand, pale, long fingers gripping the wood. A human hand. Something climbed down halfway, paused, then slowly went back up. The attic door closed by itself. Jessica dropped her coffee. The mug shattered on the floor. She didn't call the police. What would she even say? That she saw a hand in grainy night vision? She decided instead to install a better lock on the attic door the next day. But that night, something changed. Jessica awoke to scratching. Not above her, this time, but at her bedroom door. She sat up, heart thudding. Scout was already alert, his growl low and constant. The scratching stopped. She grabbed her phone. It was 2:13 a.m. again. Every night, that same time. Then came the whisper. Is this me? A voice. Soft, male, right outside her bedroom. She screamed and called 911. This time, she did tell them someone had broken into her house. The cops arrived fast. They searched the attic thoroughly and found something. A small, handmade bed, piles of wrappers and old food, dirty clothes, water bottles, a knife. Someone had been living up there probably for weeks, but they were gone now. Jessica's story made local news. The attic man mystery. The police thought it was a vagrant or maybe a squatter who slipped in when the house was vacant before she moved in. She changed all the locks. The attic was sealed. The house was declared safe again, but she didn't feel safe. Jessica moved into a friend's place for a while, refusing to return to the house alone. Eventually, though, she had to go back to collect the rest of her things. She went in broad daylight, with Scout beside her. Everything looked untouched. Still, the silence was oppressive. She made her way upstairs to pack her clothes. That's when she found it. On her bed was a single Polaroid photo. It showed her sleeping, taken from above. The angle was unmistakable. Someone had taken it from the attic hatch, while she was lying unaware just below. Scrawled on the bottom of the photo in shaky handwriting were the words, "You were perfect." Jessica ran out of the house and never returned. Months passed. Jessica moved out of state, cut ties with anyone who lived near that house, and tried to forget. But she never slept through the night again. The man was never caught. No fingerprints. No ID. The police assumed he was just a drifter, hiding in the walls, using the attic as his lair. But Jessica believed differently. The dreams still came. Sometimes, she'd wake up and feel the familiar weight of something watching from above, even in her new home, where no attic existed. And one morning, she found a new Polaroid on her kitchen table. This time, it showed her sitting in her new living room, watching TV, unaware. She lives on edge now. Cameras in every room, bars on the windows. But deep down, she knows the truth. He never left. He just found a better hiding place.